to do every single week. And if you guys aren't building an understanding of how to recreate that for yourself, you're not really taking advantage of this. You know what I'm saying? Because the goal is for all of you to become self-sufficient traders. And the only way to do that is to understand why I'm doing what I'm doing, not just to understand what I'm doing. Does that make sense to everybody? All right. Y'all putting your family's future in my hands. First off, they're in good hands. But still, really? The guy that can't stop cursing on social media and who's just a great trader, that's the person you want to put your family's future? Come on. Now, don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? Might not be the worst decision that you could make. But also, you got to be responsible here. All jokes aside, do not allow somebody else to have all the leverage when it comes to your financial success. That's why these apps that kind of like we separated signals from chart addicts because the people that wanted signals did not have a realistic expectation of trading. And what was happening is that they were constantly having this this crisis whenever there wasn't enough trades, whenever they needed money, but the markets were not producing. And so the personality type from people who get addicted to these trading products or is someone who took advantage and let someone else do the trading for them, but they never asked themselves why. They never asked themselves, why is this person making these decisions? Eventually, the person who is providing all the value leaves, goes on vacation, gets married, or gets exposed. And then all of a sudden, people are sitting at home with no way to recreate that success. So there's two options that we had at Chart Addicts is product dependency, which means build something that will ensure that you all get hooked on it because you need it. Take IML, for example. The main program never got anyone paid. But if you bought the 15th app that they had, you'd make money. Okay, so don't just allow someone to give you the answers to the test to where you're getting weaker and weaker and you're not developing your own decision-making skills, because eventually you're going to be on your own. And if you haven't developed those skills, it's going to be a rude wake-up call. Y'all got me? So while you're on these streams, make the most of it by learning as much as you can from me and really ask good questions about why I'm making certain decisions, because it will help you and help inform you in the future. Good morning, Milad. Sabah al khair. Good morning, Agree. Alberto Nunez. Good morning, Rory. My dad is in here. W. Ray Dunya in the chat. W. Ray. Morning, guys. Morning, Chris Brown. I saw your name come up, Chris, in the masterclass roster. I'm looking through the roster and I see Chris Breezy, right? I'm just a you know what I'm saying? I saw the name come up and I was like, oh, perfect. That's my guy from the streams. Sino cosine. It was almost a good name. Why, bro? Why is there a J in your name? Sine and cosine, bro. It's a little math joke. Morning to you too. Sharb al-Makhlouf, Sabahu. Great morning. Blessings. There we go. Good morning. Good morning. Vincent Jensen. Brian, enjoyed talking to you again yesterday, bro. And a quick lesson here, guys, from our good friend Brian is if you're serious about something, follow up. Brian was serious about coaching. There was a lack of clarity about when my deadline was to stop accepting students. He understood the value of the opportunity because he knows that he's right on the edge. There's just a few things he wants to make sure never happen again and really set up that playbook for 2024 and get ahead. And I'm like, all right, perfect. But he just kept following up to make sure that he hit that deadline and found out exactly when the deadline was. So if you guys are serious about getting coaching from us or getting in a class or something, talk to us about your personal circumstance. Talk to us about exactly what's happening in your life, because I know that it's not always the perfect time to do certain things, and financially it might be a bit strenuous. We're not trying to put people in debt to learn this stuff. I understand that this value is important, but I don't want you guys to be making poor financial decisions just for the sake of this being the last class. So reach out to us, let us see what we can do for you, and let us help us help you on your trading journey. Said, Roy, you're a real G. I don't know what I have said to earn that compliment this morning, Romario, but I appreciate you. And I am a G. I mean, that's just a straight up fact. Why? Because I fucking said so. Why? Because that's what G's do, right? You make your own you get to set your own directive. I'm going to watch my language. Good morning, everyone. I'll be doing my fundamental analysis live this morning, showing you what's happening with global news. And I'll also pick up a few hot topics here and see if we can pick them apart, see if there's anything that can affect markets. I like this environment because I'm doing all this analysis in real time. I have not done this research yet today. I'm literally here with y'all doing this. Fast reminder, December 3rd through the 6th, there's officially 6 days left until the masterclass. Guys, if you have not registered, I don't know what you're waiting for, but time is running out. You got basically 6 days left almost. Make sure you guys don't miss out. This is the absolute last one of the year. If you guys want to hit the ground running in 2024, make sure to take advantage of this class. Okay. You guys can head to the link in the description. One last reminder, these streams are sponsored by TradingView. If you guys want 70% off your TradingView Pro account, and guys, all the features that we use, like the backtesting features that we use on Saturdays, all the features like having multiple watch lists, like adding certain favorites, like having more than a certain amount of indicators, using the replay feature, all of those are available on TradingView Premium. You guys can click the link in the description below to get 70% off your TradingView Premium subscription today. Shout out to TradingView. All right. We did that. Roll on that masterclass. Let's, sir. Looking forward to the masterclass. Me and you both, Mike. This is going to be a good one. I'll tell you guys this right now. All right, let's take a look at markets just so we have the trade ideas set, and then we can go through and look at some of the news and other opportunities. All right, let's take a look at this. So last night we were talking about the double bottom potential. We're talking about the 15,800 or the 15,500 levels. So there's 3 buy levels here that I'm watching. Personally, I don't care about the double bottom here. I'm kind of off that. What I'd much rather see is either a short at the top of the range or a buy at the bottom of the range. Those are the only 2 options I'm looking at, not because there isn't an opportunity here to buy the double bottom, but I'm no longer allowing myself to trade in the middle of ranges. I'm sticking to my rules steadfast. And so we have a buy position that's potentially waiting for us down here at 15,800 and a sell position at 16,000 flat. Now, in case you guys were not here yesterday, I was awarded 2 free funded challenges by the Funded Trader and Everblue FX. And so I'm going to be using those. Okay, so apparently I have to sign up on the dashboard to get the free account for Everblue. Why am I just seeing this? Everblue Trader. All right, give me a second, everybody. I'm gonna have to make an account here so I can get this thing rolling. Man, they're making me do all this stuff. All right, let me stop sharing for a second just so I don't expose anything here. Support at Everblue. All right, there we go. Okay. I'm gonna complete the sign up here. All right. Password. I'm gonna use the strong password. Done. Okay. Oh, trade locker. Oh, oh shit. Oh, oh no. Oh God. Oh God. They have instant funding? Okay, for those of you guys that don't know, instant funding is you just pay a fat fee and you get the account straight up, no challenges. Shit, I might do this. Oh, it's only 25K or 50K. Man, 50-50 profit split? Yo, hell no, nah, bro. Hell no. Nah. 50-50 profit split? Are you fucking crazy? Yo, son. Oh, son. Oh no. Hold on. What's the regular profit split here? Yo, imagine I run it up and only keep half. That's absolutely wild. Oh no. Okay. The account is up and running. We'll let that come out and play. 15,800, 15,500. You guys know the drill. Let's go through gold real quick. It smashed TP yesterday. Smashed TP, and of course now we're getting ready for that turnaround. Nobody's TPs or entries are this accurate. Nobody's entry is this accurate, and no one's TPs are being respected like this. I got my soldiers out here waiting at this take profit and keeping everybody at bay. Every time they try to cross, they shoot them right back in. This is not a game. Unbelievable accuracy here with these strategies. Shout out Roy doing big things in the industry, a real one for sure. Umzi FX, my guy Umzi, I appreciate you, bro. Thank you. Well, wait till you see. This is going to be pretty fun. I got the frozen trader giving us a free account, and we have Everblue trading giving us a free funded challenge, and we're going to be trading both same exact trades on both to see the trading conditions. 50-50 profit split is crazy though, bro. If y'all think I'm about to entertain that, that's out of your mind. I will take all the funding I can get. Why? Because that's how manifestation works. I told you guys I want it to be $1 million funded by the end of the year. Things were looking a little bit short with that goal. They were looking a little short, okay? And then all of a sudden I get handed 2 free funded challenges with 35 days left on the clock. Tell me God ain't real. Tell me God don't exist. It's madness. All right. So I'm ready to take on this opportunity with the utmost amount of focus, the utmost amount of respect, the utmost amount of, just success. I'm very, very ready for these challenges. I have my playbook that I believe is a guaranteed win for challenges. And so it's that easy, especially now with no time limit, bro. Give me one good reason you don't pass a challenge besides over leveraging or over trading. Good morning, Victor. Good morning, Sky Blue. We got our people in the house today. Yep. Drop a like, 150 likes today, and we'll drop a promo code for the NAS100 Masterclass. All right, let's do US 30. Okay, good stuff. So price was pulling up in this channel, and now we have a very clear range here. So I'm just going to mark off my lows, mark off my highs. Doesn't get any easier than that. This would have been a great sell opportunity. We're right at the 88.6 on the higher time frame. So there's a very good chance that US 30 comes in for this pullback to this previous area right here, to these previous lows before making a continuation. And so I would actually watch for that breakthrough. I'm going to actually see how the market reacts in the next 20-30 minutes to see if it just keeps playing in the range. Now, we're in a 30-minute range here. If price wants to continue playing, you can just buy the bottoms and sell the tops. But let's give this a second, because the more times that it tests the range, one of these times is going to be the liquidity grab. So let's not get too kind of antsy and trying to jump in. Instead, let's be patient and wait for these opportunities to show themselves to us. I'm going to find my 2 opportunity zones here. There's this. Beautiful. You always have to make sure your Fibonacci sequence is lining up with price action. So what I have is my 38.2 is this support right here. And my 78 and 88.6 zone is right at this previous area. This is like the support turn resistance area. You keep going left. This is kind of the break. We had a liquidity grab under, break and retest. And this is sort of like what the smart money people would call a fair value gap. There's a fair value gap right here. But the bottom of the gap is typically where I look for entries. Not that I trade smart money, but just to kind of put it in context for you guys. Here's a consolidation, markup, distribution, markdown, accumulation, markup. Okay, so 35,100 is the area that I'm looking at for US 30. Stop loss below the low, which would put us at about 90 points. Solid 4-to-1 R&R, but of course, if you're taking partial profits, you will not get a 4-to-1. It'll probably be closer to 2.2-to-1. Yeah, right now it takes a little bit longer, but it's way easier to pass, for sure. Love from Mexico, David Sanchez. Buenos dias. Buenos dias, buenos dias, buenos dias, everybody. You're getting this show on the road. Dude, that's worse than my 60-40. George, look, we're not going to sit here and compare whatever the bootleg company that you went with for this challenge, fam. Because those rules are crazy. Guys, I'm being told about these rules, and I can't believe it. I'm on a coaching call with a good friend of mine here who's on this stream. And I'm over here like, look, he told me that in the first month, there's a trading range that you have to be in. And if any trades are too big and they go outside of that trading range, they don't count them. Now, I don't know if you guys understand that that's how trading works. You have a bunch of small trades, and every once in a while you get a big banger, and it kind of makes up for a lot of like the base hits, right? You get base hits, home run. They were telling him that he has to trade in a range or else they wouldn't count the trade and whatever. 60-40 profit split his first month, then 70-30, and then 80-20 each month after. I'm sitting here perplexed, people. I'm sitting here perplexed. So I understand why they're doing it, because clearly they don't want to lose. Like they want him to lose his money, and as the more variables that they can introduce between him and the payout, the less likely it is for him to be profitable. That's crazy. I mean, FTMO has much harder rules than a lot of the other firms, but at least it's not predatory. That's why I go with the swing trading account, because I don't have to worry about trading news. I don't have to worry about accidentally holding through a session or something like that. You have much more flexibility. But those are all the trade ideas. Very straightforward. 35, 100 on US 30. Gold is coming back in for a reset. I probably wouldn't be touching gold. And NAS100 is probably the easiest out of all the trades. We're either going to short at 16,000 or we're going to buy at 15,800. Really doesn't get any easier than that. Do I mind checking GJ? Well, because you asked me if I minded, I'm going to go check it for you, Muhammad. I'm going to go and check. Actually, I deleted UJ or GJ off my gotta go body to wick. Yeah, whenever I see an 88.6 trade, I have to mark it off, and I'm always stunned by how accurate it is. Right? Let's take a look at this one. We had the body here. I just went down to the smaller time frames to find the body. Break, retest, 886, continuation, TP1, TP2, and TP3. So for GJ, what I would expect is this 189 level to be next, and then the 192. So bullish action from here. Let's take a look at structure. Here's the previous high. Clone that. We got the lows here. All right, so right now we're at this double top. We're above the range. Prices may come back in for a retest, but what I think is going to happen right now is a retest of the previous highs here at 186, create a higher floor, and then continuation to the upside. Just a short retest, continuation to the upside. Roy, the strategies of gold, same as NAS100, pretty close, very, very close. But every pair has its own personality. So like, it's like your friends. Like not everybody's the same. Some people, they love joking around. You can be a little disrespectful. You can be a little rude, And some other friends is very sensitive. You got to know when they walk in and they got that look on their face, bro, it's not today. All right, just not today. Same with the pairs. Every pair has its own personality. So we're all human. We all need to use the bathroom. We all got to eat. We all need love. We all need shelter. We all need food. We all need, the Maslow's basic hierarchy. We share that in common. Now, outside of that, that's where preferences start to come in. And that's where personality types, characters, and attitudes play a big role. So when it comes to trading, structure is the same. Higher highs and higher lows is the definition of a bullish structure, no matter what pair you're trading or what instrument you're trading. Now, how fast it moves, how volatile it is, how nasty it gets when it kicks out stop losses, which fib level it respects the most, which session times is the best for that pair. Those are the slight differences. Some people are morning people. Some people are not. Some people are very short-tempered. Some people are not. Know your pair. That's why when I tell you guys in the NAS100 masterclass, as part of my 10 trading rules for NAS, okay, I'm going to expose one of the rules. Rules number 2 is one model, one strategy, one session. Master the pair and the session that you're trading, because the same players that you're going to be trading against show up daily. And if you show up early enough, you get to learn the psychology of those players and start to get ahead of whatever manipulative movements they might be trying to plan. Y'all got me? Brandon said I'm at work right now. Let's get it. Shout out to you, bro. No excuses. He said Next Step Funded is the name of the. Yeah, if you guys want a prop firm not to use, Next Step Funded. Muhammad, did I answer your question on GJ? I think this is very straightforward. We got a support right here. We got resistance right here. I'd like the market to come all the way back near the 185, but more than likely it'll stop around 186 for buys. If it breaks through if it breaks through this low, then just look for a pullback to the zone, and you could potentially short it. Who is watching without smashing the like button? That's a great question, Micah. That's a great question. I have 136 concurrent viewers, and people aren't liking the like button. Now, I know that we didn't get 150 likes yesterday, but there seemed to be a lot of interest for us getting rid of the ads. And so what I'm going to do is, after today's stream, you will never see an ad on our platform again. Now, the only way that we can do that, because let's be real, y'all, we do have to pay the media team somehow. So if you guys make money with us, drop a super chat, which is that little money button. Just drop. It's like a cash app. Just send it over, $5, $10, whatever it is. We can keep the show rolling on this side. No more ads. However, because we did not hit 150 likes yesterday, no promo code for the NAS100 class. If we hit 150 likes today, I will release that promo code. Plain and simple. All right. I'm really not expecting a lot of action today, so keep your expectations in line with reality. Not too much action. Let's take a look at the previous sessions here. Let's get some scalping done, yo. Let's get some scalping done. I barely scalp anymore, but I love some scalps. Looks like a nice little sell position here. I'm not taking this trade, guys. I'm just marking this off to show you how it would look. Previous sessions highs, previous sessions lows. We just broke above the high as a liquidity grab. I told you guys, we sell everything above the range, buy everything below the range. Not everything, but ideally a great price. So this already having been done means that the next move should ideally be a push to the downside. Roy, your trade locker account, your trader challenge is ready. Hi, Roy. Oh, that was quick. That was quick, guys. I just got my challenge. I just got my new challenge. Oh. Huge shout out to Matt Charts. Matt Charts, thank you. Free $50,000 funded challenge. You're a real one for that. And I want to say shout out to Angelo too. I've been talking mad shit. However, I am appreciative. I think Angelo's going to throw $100,000 funded challenge. And yeah, my dad says, how's Cyber Monday affecting the market? That's a great question. I don't think there's going to be any effects because it's not a real holiday. Banks are still open. Stock market's still open. So I'm expecting the markets to behave as normal. Now, in the next 2-3 days, once we see the sales numbers come out from Black Friday and Cyber Monday, it's going to give us a gauge about how healthy the economy is. If people are still spending at the same pace as last year, the economy is growing and we're doing well. If everyone's kind of scared to spend and we see Black Friday and Cyber Monday shopping drop, it's going to be a big indication about the health of the economy. So those are the most important things that I would watch for. I'm in NAS cells, short term, maybe 50-point TP. I like it. Literally exactly a 50-point TP. Wow. Wow. Literally doesn't get better than that. 15,900. Exactly 50 points, Brandon. All right, let's get back to the show. All right. When it comes to news, we have the European Central Bank President Christine Lagarde is speaking at the Committee on Economic and Monetary Affairs of the European Parliament in Brussels. Oh, this is actually pretty important. 27th of November. Profit for Life said, "What is my 2024 goals?" Great question. Um, so I didn't hit the $1 million in funding that I wanted to, and so I don't give up on a goal until it's done. And so my next immediate goal is going to be to get the million in funding. Now, once I get a million in funding, every 10% profit I make is around 100 grand. Now I can have a lot of 5 to 7 to 10% months between now and next year. So my goal is to make over $500,000 before the FX summit. And I feel like once I get the first couple 100 grand under my belt, I'm going to be a lot more confident. And I feel like I'm going to raise my goal at that point. But really, it's $500,000 in prop firm payouts by November 2024, and then just keep growing the amount of capital I have, max out as many firms as I can. Did I ever drop a promo code for the class? No. I told everybody that we'd have to get to 150 likes, and I'll drop the promo code, which it seems like at this current pace is very likely. All right. Still waiting for NASDAQ right now. No action. Here's the next trade opportunity, the 88.6 from the top. 16,023. 16,023. Nice little scalp position here for shorts would look like this. Stop loss would have to be above the wick, but I'm going to put it about 80% of the wick, because if we fill that much of that wick, it's probably going to continue to the upside. Usually wicks get filled when prices and momentum. Shout out to Raja for that one. Raja Banks, no matter what you guys say about him, love him or hate him, that single phrase of when prices and momentum, wicks get filled, should be added to the textbooks. Is that simple. So if prices and momentum, meaning that the bullish momentum is very aggressive and buyers are stepping in an aggressive pace, this wick here will get filled. It will not get rejected. As well as, the wicks that are immediate. We'll talk about that later. I'm not the biggest expert in Raja's strategy, but he was spitting. 88.6 puts us right at the 16,000 price level for shorts. So I'll be looking for a short opportunity up here and a long opportunity down here at 15. Okay, I have to stop share real quick so I can log into my email and get this funded challenge up and running. I can't believe I just got I don't want to say I got tricked. I got tricked into using Trade Locker. Oh my God. How did this happen, people? I can't even use MetaTrader. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I don't really like this. I don't like this at all. Okay, maybe I spoke too soon. This is kind of nice. This is kind of nice. This looks exactly like TradingView. I feel like they just fucking stole TradingView's UI. All right, I gotta run to the restroom real quick. I'll be right back. If you guys have any questions, let me know. These are the trades that I'm watching for. I'll be back in just 1 second. All right, we're back. Said I refuse to use Trade Locker. You know what I'm saying? We had a drop off, bro. I just went to the bathroom. We had a drop off already, man. You guys act like you never used the bathroom before. This is crazy. All right, let me see if I can search for my baby. We got NAS100 right here. Can I add it to a watch list? Is there a watch list? Add to favorites. Okay. 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 So yeah, if it's between using Trade Locker and if it's between going on Trading View and then hooking up, to Oanda or one of the regulated brokers and just trading directly on Trading View, I think I would prefer trading on Trading View only because you're gonna have to use a regulated broker. These I feel like are not the most trustworthy brokers that are using Trade Locker. They're trying their best to circumvent, the regulation. So you get all the people that are actively trying to circumvent regulation. They froze my free 10K challenge midway. How come? Did you break the rules? I speak Spanglish. Said gold is selling. Well, I bet it is. It hit that TP and it's coming back down, friend. When a trade is done, a trade is done. You allow it to reset. Okay, you allow it to reset. You allow it to come back and retest. And I'd say good retest zone here would be 2005. Also, a great year for music. This would be the trade idea. I'd wait on this though. It's still Monday. We could come back and break right through the zone. So the best opportunity would be a break through this area and then a retest. And catch the retests here. Too easy. We'll keep that up on the charts for future reference. He said Trade Locker is okay. I used it for like 2 days. I got to get used to it. It's not really about the UI, like the user interaction, the user interface, or the user experience. Like, yeah, guys, it's clean. MetaTrader looks like it was made in 1992. It looks like it was made by the same people that use Microsoft Outlook. All right, so clearly MetaTrader is not, the best platform, which is why these other things are coming up. But it's more about the legitimacy of the platform. MetaTrader is kicking people off very specifically so they can get around regulation. Or no, MetaTrader is kicking people off because they're sketchy. People are getting on Trade Locker to try to get around the MetaTrader regulation. Now, I also never agreed with MetaQuotes being a monopoly. I've been saying this since day one. Why do we have a bunch of sketchy Russians somewhere deciding who gets to stay and who gets to go and who's legit and who's not legit? I think that's always been stupid. So I do support the future. And if Trade Locker is purporting to be the future, I get it. But you can't build the future taking in everybody that's got kicked out. It's just not a good way to build a team. He said, yeah, it looks nice, but just wait. Yeah, exactly. It's all about, do you get paid? But that's more of a function of the brokers connected to it and the prop firms using it rather than the platform itself. The platform itself seems to be great. Yo, so I believe they gave me a 100K account and not a 50K account. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm pretty sized. I think they gave us a 100K account. I'm gonna post this up on Instagram real quick. Say shout out to Match Arts. Shout out to Match Arts for and I'm gonna tag Angelo because he's loafing. I'm gonna say Angelo Your move. With the two eyes looking emoji. Ooh, put him on skates a little bit. Oof. And my screen is looking dirty as shit. All right, guys, give me 1 second. One quick sec. The trade still needs a little bit of time, so okay, awesome stuff. Honestly, I've withdrawn several times from a broker who uses Trade Locker before and after it came out. Nothing crazy to write home about, but I still got paid hustle free. Well, Estes, I do trust your analysis on this. So if you're saying everything went smooth, that's awesome. If you don't mind me asking, and this is kind of a personal question, but you remember how big the payout was? Because typically with payouts that are under a certain amount, these platforms don't have any problems. It's when you start to get to those big numbers. That's when it starts to matter. All right, we just hit the 786. I'm just trying to make sure I didn't draw this incorrectly. Because if we drew it to this body or this body, we just hit the 88.6. I'm going to keep it right here, 1623. So it was a few hundred last time I withdrew from them. Okay, good stuff. Yeah, I think the issues really start to come in when you get thousands, $3,000 with the level up and they banned me. What did they ban you for? What was the reason they cited? All right, got a pretty good amount of people, 175 people, guys. Just as a reminder, if we get 150 likes on this stream, I'm going to drop a promotional code, the last one of the year for the live December version of the NAS100 Masterclass. I teach my strategy from start to finish. I give it all to you, give you a chance to catch up and to start using something that works so that you can build momentum. If you guys don't believe me, hear it from the traders that have taken the class. Full details also available on the page. 6 days left until the event. Make sure that you guys are registering before seats are full. 150 likes, we drop a promo code. The link is in the description. Shout out to our sponsors at TradingView for sponsoring these streams and sponsoring the podcast as well as the channel and potentially sponsoring the FX Summit 2024 conference. We love TradingView. If you guys want 70% off your TradingView Pro subscription, make sure to click the link in the description and register for TradingView Pro before tomorrow to get your Cyber Monday deals. Trader said KYC violations. Oof. Did you violate KYC, my friend? That makes sense, especially the more I've looked into the way that B-Book brokers are functioning. Yo, so it's Daniel, right? So Dan, bro, think about Meta Quotes used to be the referee, the middleman between the brokers, the shady companies that help them fix the back end, the B-Book licensing operation. They used to be the middleman between the customers and that entire soup of filth. Now there's no middleman. With Trade Locker, there's only one layer of separation. And so I feel like the amount of flexibility that these guys have to be a little shady just got higher. Just throwing that out there. And I don't have a lot of proof for this just yet. That's why I'm looking more into these platforms. But just from everything I've seen, it's not the best and the top companies that have all their paperwork and have all their licensing that are getting on Trade Locker. But I have seen a few reputable companies go under as well. So it's not 100% like, okay, Trade Locker is taking on sketchy companies. It's more of an amalgamation of a lot of problems happening. The prop firm space is gutting out because there was too much competition and people are leaving. They're no longer working under someone like a lot of these guys originally were. They're going to start their own operations, and that's creating a lot of problems. Same with the brokerage space. There was a few names that were controlling the entire space. They had a monopoly over. I gotta be careful here. They had a monopoly over the creation of these offshore brokers. And now that the monopoly has been broken, there's a lot of competition and everyone's starting to feel that pressure. And because of that, they do shady stuff to try to make up the difference. And that shady stuff lands them getting kicked off of MetaQuotes. And so the cycle continues. Executing trades was an issue. It would freeze and pause multiple times throughout the day. Just a horrible experience. It was through top tier. That's awful. So I did the same thing with TFT, and I had the same problems with Sway. The only firm I have not had an issue with, I had a few issues, but they were mostly around like big time news events, was like FTMO. FTMO on a consistent basis has been just excellent. But I've been scalping on Sway and the Fund of Trader, a few other platforms, and then there was a lot of freezes where it would just freeze and then come back, and then it would hit my stop loss. Freeze, come back, and then all my stops were hit. The price never went up to my stop loss area, but just the spread and the slippage alone was kicking me out of my trades constantly. Give us an A1 legit broker, Oanda, right? Interactive brokers. Okay, you can do interactive brokers. You can go Oanda. I think Forex.com is Australian, so I'm not really sure if we can use Forex.com. I don't think that's US licensed. If you're in Australia, you can use Pepperstone. And I believe Black Bull is US based, but let me just double check. New Zealand. My Aussies. Can you trade NAS and gold on Oanda? I made an account. It would not let me. Yeah, I don't think you can. I think you're gonna have to use a futures platform to trade NQ futures. TradeStation's a good one. Let me see what else we got here. You can buy them directly at the CME group. Hold on. Let's E-mini. Charles Schwab. I guess TD Ameritrade would be the best out of all of these. You can buy futures contracts. It's a tough one, guys. We can't trade CFDs on Oanda if you're in the States. This is why I use FTMO, because since they're not sending your trades to market, they're not actually violating any securities laws. So they allow you to trade index CFDs, which are technically illegal. FTMO, Paul Wall Street. Paul Wall Street is such a funny name. That's such a good name. Can we acknowledge this? Paul Wall Street. That's a good one. Nah, bro, I was legit. Yo, I speak Spanglish. Why are you out here? Why are you out here? Why are you out here doing all that, man? Why are you just out here just doing all that? You're crazy, bro. I don't know what Clarity Traders is. Nah, bro, I was legit. They paid me out 1,500 in the second time payout. I got finessed. Bro, that's horrible. That's horrible. We got to shine a light on that. I've never heard of Capital Com. Fivers has low leverage, but good customer service. Look, man, every day a new one of these companies comes out. I'm sorry to hear that, bro. Getting paid out or getting finessed by these prop firms not good. FTMO bet, thank you. And yeah, my friend came up with my name. Shout out to your friend. My funded FX allows access to Blueberry markets, best Bitcoin spreads in the game. Blueberry markets. I'm turning on my camera for this one. Blueberry markets. Bro, I lost all my money at Blueberry markets. How do you guys think I will react to the statement that I just said to you? Do you guys think I'm about to have some, understanding? You guys think I'm about to be a little bit more empathetic? The answer is no. You lose your money in something called Blueberry markets, and that's on you, my friend. Just gonna keep it a stack with you. That's on you. That's on nobody else. Ain't nobody tell you to get on the website and see Blueberry markets. Perfect. Sounds like an excellent name for a financial services company. Okay, Clarity Traders is Mamba FX prop firm with a trash emoji. Oof. Clarity Traders is a horrible prop firm. They got consistency rules, and you can't profit more than 30% of the profit target. Confusing as rule. Yo, son, yo, I'm 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 gonna say something that might hurt y'all's feelings. This will hurt your feelings. I'm gonna say it exactly like I just said about Blueberry markets. You signed up for a Mamba FX prop firm, right? Because obviously, best guy to be running a financial services company. There's nobody more responsible and more trustworthy than him. And you lose money, and there's something wrong with the account. Whose fault is it, yo? Whose fault is it? You guys tell me. What do I think about Think Markets? Think Markets is trash too. Think Markets and 8cap, both trash. Okay. Said sounds sketchy. Bianca, you'd be right. Okay. But I'm gonna just tell you guys right now. You sign up for a Mamba FX prop firm. All right, because clearly, number one most trustworthy guy, number one most credible guy, and definitely the personality type of a person who you'd want to be running a financial services company. Making great life decisions as a kid. A kid. Okay. And you lose money. You're the fucking goofy. I trust Blueberry way before I trust Osprey. How about neither? How about they're both trash? He said, son, Mamba FX confused Jay Powell with Joe Biden. All right, I feel like you're exaggerating that one, but also I feel like there's a piece of that that's just true. And I'm not, look, guys, I'm not going for personal attacks here. All right, if somebody attacks me, please, someone make my day. Please, just please make my day, because then the gloves are off. I'm just trying to speak honestly about these different prop firms, these different platforms, because I can and I will. So I'm not really here trying to put the guy down. I don't want you guys to sit here and start roasting whatever. I'm just speaking honestly about the platforms themselves and about the credibility of the people running the platforms. Blue Guardian operates with 8cap. I'm funded 10K with them. I got my first cute little 200 payout. Don't do that to yourself. Do not ever downplay your own accomplishments because you think that other people might not react the way that you want them to. A $200 payout means that you've beat the statistics of the 99% of traders that will never see a payout. You understand? So don't ever disrespect your own, your own success like that. He said my cute little $200 payout, bro. Most people have never seen a dime from Forex. Be happy that you made it to that point and use that as fuel to get to the next level. But I want a bigger account. Is FTMO really the only good prop firm? I'm also not the referee here and the deciding factor. I'm going to talk about the obvious, which is if I see someone running a firm and I don't think that they're credible, I'm going to call that out. And then the firms that have consistently paid me money, which is FTMO. That's why I'm saying FTMO, because I've used them. Now I'm using Everblue and I'm using the funded trader once they give me my account. So I will happily, be able to have an informed decision starting from here. Okay. Funded Next. What do you think about that? To be honest, I love the team at Funded Next. I've never used them, never heard of anyone use them. They were a sponsor at the conference. Out of all the teams that we had the pleasure to work with this year, Funded Next's team was top notch. I love these guys. Really informed, and they seem to be coming from a good place, but I'm not on the inside. Everything looks great from the outside, right? Roy, you're a great trader, but aren't you trading with futures since you are trading only NASDAQ, centralized exchange, practically zero spreads, fast execution, low cost, the edge on just execution? I don't know what you're talking about. But why aren't you trading with futures since I'm trading only NASDAQ? Well, because prop firm CFDs, like trading CFD contracts for NASDAQ is illegal if you're a US citizen. But on FTMO and on prop firms, you're allowed to. So I can trade CFDs with zero commissions, and I don't have to do like when you're trading any derivative contract like futures, options, or swaps, there's an element of risk there that isn't available with spot trading. Spot trading is a bet. I'm betting the market goes from this price to this price. It's a contract for difference. It's a contract that I make with my broker, and to get paid on the difference between this spread and or this rate and this rate. If price goes from here to here, I have a contract with my broker. He got to pay me. With futures contracts, if there's an expiration on the futures contracts, you have to take delivery of whatever the asset is. Same with options. If you let an options contract expires, you either have an obligation to buy or an obligation to sell. Okay, so I trade CFDs because I don't want to own nothing. I want no secured interest in any asset. I want no ownership stake in any asset, and I never want to take physical delivery of any asset. So I love CFDs. It's like, bro, let me put my bet in and let me walk away. You guys get where I'm going with this? The only way I'm able to do that in the States is through the prop firms. And if the prop firms cease to exist, I'm gonna have to start trading futures or move. And I probably likely move before I started trading futures. Okay, thoughts on Surge Trader? Surge Trader? Really? Guys, drop a like if you're on the stream. 150 likes. I'm dropping a promotional code for the December 6th masterclass to teach everybody my strategy. This is the last masterclass we're doing till February of 2024. Make sure that you don't miss out. Drop a like. We get to 150 likes. I'm dropping a promo code. Surge Trader, ain't that the one that was putting up naked models and just constantly running ads? And every time I'd open up my phone, I would see naked girls on a boat, and they were trying to get me to sign up for a prop firm. Bro, why is a girl in a G-string supposed to convince me that your spreads are better? I'm trying to figure this one out, right? What kind of slippage are they promoting? But what is happening at Surge Trader? Surge Trader, ain't that the one where the CEO, the CEO is a woman? Nothing against that at all. Her husband, sketchy. He just got arrested. He got indicted like 3 months ago for running a massive Ponzi scheme in South Florida, ain't it? Bro, didn't Surge Trader? It was $100 million Ponzi scheme or some shit. Surge Trader, husband. Let me see. It was 35 million. Oh, sorry. Bro, how they got the girls bending over on the boat and that's supposed to convince me to trust you as a regular as a broker? Like, okay, so Surge Trader CEO and her husband, like the whole thing, just like the whole statement just kind of took me on a spin. The Surge Trader CEO and her husband are facing a $35 million lawsuit for defrauding elderly church members in the biggest Forex fraud case of 2023. First off, that's not true. Trader's Domain came out this year. Let's not sit here and start giving out trophies because you guys want them to, you know what I'm saying? 60 people swindled. I think FX winning got them beat. Let's just be real. The SEC charges Brent Seaman. Oh my God. Bro, this story just keeps getting worse. Look, I've read enough to tell you stay away from this platform. I've read enough. I've seen the commercials. I've seen the commercials. I'm telling you guys right now. Brent Seaman got. I rest my case. A man claimed to be a profitable Forex trader, but was actually running a Ponzi scheme, losing millions of dollars of investor money and sending back to other investors, resulting in a $35 million debt, $35 million Ponzi scheme with relief defendants, Jana Seaman, and the Valo Holdings Group. I'm gonna be honest, it probably sounds like they invested in FX winning or Trader's Domain. Did not go well. Wet Willie said the elderly ain't nothing funny about defrauding the elderly, bro. That's fucked up. That's a real crime. Back in my day, the public would have to handle this because you cannot defraud the elderly. Walter just literally gave you the answer of all answers. Coastal PND Group, Miled, read Coastal PND Group's answer and take notes right now, because you've asked this question a few times. I never want to hear this question again. He just gave you the answer, the best answer you'll ever need. What about Top Step? What's your guideline towards their service? It's one of those new companies that came out trying to chase, I think. I judge companies by who they have as their affiliates. That's how I judge them. Because if you're a decent judge of character and you get people that align with your values, then I tend to have a little bit of trust. If you're getting anybody with a pulse to try and push your platform and certain people that I know I don't trust at all, I have to, you know what I'm saying? I have to take that into account. I feel like we just need to know if the broker firm is good enough or straight up scam. Because either way, it's still a risk once you're trading that money. Yeah, there is no good enough only works. Like there's no close enough in financial services, people. Financial services is a perfection game. I was a wealth manager and I was a licensed broker. You can't make mistakes. I would get audited on every single text message, every email, every browser I would open. There was nothing that I could do while I worked at the bank that they wouldn't know about. Every dime of investments that I had to be disclosed. Every single conversation, even if it was a personal conversation between me and somebody who could potentially be a client, had to be logged. Financial services is not a close enough game. Close enough only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. This is a game of you cannot mess up with people's money, and there's rules and there's very clear fiduciary responsibilities. Fiduciary meaning you have to work in the best interest of your client. You have to make every decision from the perspective of the best interest of the client. None of these people understand any of this shit. They're doing just the bare minimum to pay a couple $100,000 to set up an offshore operation. Guys, go watch the video that we put up with the TradingView GM, came and spoke at our event at the FX Summit 2023 conference and broke down how they allow certain brokers on their platform. They say scam brokers are not allowed on our platform for these reasons. He explained exactly how these brokerages get opened. He said you can take $400,000 or $500,000, you can go offshore, go to one of these 3 territories, you can hire affiliates in the Forex space to push your shit for you. They broke it down. I just dropped a video that could potentially ruin everybody's day. Okay? That TradingView video, because he said it. The whole presentation is also loaded up there. You know, matter of fact, because I know most of y'all ain't gonna go see it, we're gonna do a review of the video on this stream. All right, because I know y'all, and it's okay, right? It's okay. I know some of you are gonna watch it, but this is too important because I'm tired of people, you know, like these goofy names on social media trying to play good guy, bad guy versus whose broker is better and trying to shit on each other and trying to degrade the other person's brokerage when they're all guilty. So the only person really worth listening to is TradingView. So Pierce Crosby from TradingView. This is the FX Summit 2023 conference, the largest conference in the world for traders, investors, and entrepreneurs. We host it every single year, in case you guys are not aware. FXSummit2024.com. Link is in the description. Get your pre-sale tickets for Dubai. Now, here's the most important parts of what. So first, he kind of goes through, here's the agenda of what he went through. FX trading industry history, how we got here, the current market conditions, the biggest players and the biggest contracts, knowing your broker and why it matters. He was putting people on skates. The rise of the banana brokers. The banana brokers is like, have you ever heard the phrase banana republic? It's basically like an example of a country that doesn't have, that just absolutely chaotic, no clear structure, and just anything goes. So he's talking about the banana brokers that came out. Okay, let's play this through.
It would never.
Let me know if the audio's coming through the computer.
See the open market, because they knew, based on what they'd seen previously, you were 99% likely to lose on that trade. So they would actually take the other side themselves. It honestly created a really, really interesting environment where brokers wanted people to trade really risky instruments because they'll actually trade against you in real time. Overseas brokers became very.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to back it up because this man is spitting already. Okay.
There's this other.
If you guys find any value in this or have any questions, drop a like and drop a comment in the description. Let's
portion
go.
of the business. And what I call is the banana FX, but basically offshore FX, which has obviously exploded. Both Europe is kind of contracting. The US is trying to break down regulations more. And so what you have overseas is a ton of people who basically specialize in building FX businesses with no regulation. Well, why do people want this? What's the problem? Why would I not just sign up with the FX broker in the US? A lot of these things are only available overseas. You guys may know a lot of this, but some of the things you might not know are very important when you're actually selecting a brokerage that you're going to use. Notably, things like risk disclosures, notably things like leverage rules, how much internal hedging is actually happening versus are they actually selling this out to another broker dealer to manage all this risk? In a lot of cases, what used to happen in the US and in Europe was people would internalize a lot of the trading volume such that it would never see the open market because they knew based on what they'd seen previously, you were 99% likely to lose on that.
He's basically talking about the rise of the B-book brokers. He said they realized that everybody's going to lose anyways. And so why would I even send your trades to market? I'm just going to pretend like I'm sending your trades in and just keep your money. You're going to blow the account anyways. I'm just going to keep the cash.
Trade. So they would actually take the other side themselves. It honestly created a really, really interesting environment where brokers wanted people to trade really risky instruments because they'll actually trade against you in real time. Overseas brokers became very, very popular for this, and there's very little that we can do as the US country or is Europe in response. So who's leading the market though today, right? You have the overseas guys, you have the Europeans, and you have the US. I mean, I said this at the beginning, but it's literally exponentially growing. And it's amazing to see just how popular FX remains today. But literally 7.5 trillion in volume trading every day of the year. Who runs this flow? So the biggest players today, you might be surprised, but UK basically accounts for almost half of all trading volumes in FX. That's insane. I mean, it's literally, they have become the dominant player for sure. And again, like I said, because of the European.
Hold up. What did he just say? Hold on. I think he said the offshores.
But UK basically accounts for almost half of all trading volumes in FX.
Okay, so UK is basically half the Forex market.
That's insane. I mean, it's literally, they have become the dominant player for sure. And again, like I said, because of the European positioning, it's obviously huge. But you can see right behind them, actually, the US. And this was actually pretty surprising to me that we're still one of the #1 players in the FX space. A lot of Europe, you see Singapore basically has taken third. They were previously fourth or tied for fourth, but they've slightly taken third place, literally by a few million, more or less. Who are these people, or like who are they? Who are the actual brokers? These are essentially your biggest players in the ecosystem today. These are the biggest traders in terms of total volume. And what's interesting is that in regulated markets, this data is very, very easy to come by. In unregulated markets, it's based.
All right. So in case you guys were asking, what are the best brokerages in each of these countries? So if you're in the US, the biggest platforms are Forex.com, Oanda, and Interactive Brokers. If you're in Australia, it's IC Markets, Pepperstone, and AXI. And then you have in Europe, you have the XM Group, you have Saxo Bank, and you have Ava Trades. Those are very big names. And then, of course, if you're talking about the offshore guys, you have Vantage, you have Hot Forex, and you have IFC Markets.
Basically word of mouth, who's who, what's doing what. But we actually do not know how big offshore trading is in general due to the fact that they do not have to report any numbers. So this is all basically public disclosure. So like Vantage is a good example of somebody who's gone out of their way to say, basically, here's all this data we want to share with the community. We want to make sure everybody knows what's going on. But the reality is in offshore, they're not required to report, period. Whereas in the US, you see the top players, they are qualified to report these numbers so that everybody knows how much volume they're doing, how much trade they're doing. So what are they trading? So I just want to give you guys a sense of kind of like what the industry is doing, right? Like what are the biggest players doing? What is the biggest space doing? So almost half the entire, well, a little more than half actually, is just swaps. So Euro USD, Swiss franc USD, Australian USD, and most of the contracts are trading with the USD pair. So very few people are actually trading, say, Euro franc or what's like New Zealand, Australia. Almost all pairs are related back to the US dollar because, again, the more you're
USD pairs make up the biggest amount of the volume in the Forex space. I think this is something we all already know. then this is something we know. But this is I'm trying to get to the part about the brokerages because this is where it gets very interesting. Okay, he's going to talk about CFDs, the contracts for difference that we just spoke about here earlier.
These have
This
gone
is going to
through
be
the
huge.
roof. And again, very similar to the offshore stuff. We actually don't know
We're
a ton about.
We are 13 likes away from dropping a promo code. So 13 more likes, we'll drop a promotional code for the NAS100 masterclass. If you guys want to get in, this is going to be your last shot. Make sure that you guys drop a like. We'll give the promo code out. Make sure to use it in the next 24 hours. And then let's make sure we start. Like, you guys want to start building that momentum to hit 2024 running. You don't want to sit there at the beginning of 2024 like everybody else and then spend a month just basically getting the crust off, getting the rust off, and just getting back in the game. You want to be learning something and building momentum, building confidence. When 2024 hits, you're ready to start making money.
The CFD world.
Drop that like.
Other than people who voluntarily disclose CFD trading volumes, right? Most of this, we have no idea. But in terms of the actual revenue that's coming out of this stuff, I want to give you a sense of like how profitable CFDs are for brokerages. On an annual basis,
and these numbers are very low. I don't think that he's actually giving out the right numbers. But CFDs, they've become the biggest market, especially for B-book brokers. Let's take a second to think about how much money they're really making.
CFDs alone as a trading business, generating about almost $6 billion in revenue for the brokers. That means the volumes are astronomically higher than that, but literally generating $6 billion just for the brokers themselves. And by the end of 2030, it's estimated around $8 billion in revenue generated by the CFD business. Well, how is this so profitable? How are they making so much money off this? The reality is like I said, a lot of this business doesn't disclose. Most CFD products are actually going to be more or less great ways for you to blow up your account. So I want to spend a little bit of time about brokers themselves. So I know a lot of people use offshore, and there's various reasons that they love using offshore, but I want to make sure that people do really a serious gut check, if you will, when you're choosing your broker. Why? Because a lot of people will sell you things that ultimately are not good for you. And if they are a broker, they're looking for products that are good for them. Well, what products are good for them? The likelihood of you making money also depends on the livelihood of those brokers. You know, these aren't really so much your friends as they are your business partners. And I want to make sure you understand the relationship there. Like, these people are here to make money.
So the brokers are not your friends. They're not even your business partner. They're a service provider. And you have to treat them like the service providers, which is if you have an internet service provider and they just keep discontinuing your Wi-Fi and keep messing with you, you know what you do? You go and get a new service provider. They are replaceable. Y'all got me? If you haven't taken this masterclass, you should have FOMO. It's really a game changer. My guy, I appreciate that.
From you, not to make money for you, is a very important difference. And
by the way, so I'm taking a look at the first trade I'm going to take here. If I see the rejection at the 886, which means I want to see price kind of break through, enter an order above the 886 and have it come back in, I'll be risking, and this is actually pretty cool with Trade Locker, as it tells you, and I don't know how it tells me this. I think you have to set your SL here. Wait, hold on, it was just here. Give me 1 second, y'all. I don't know how they're coming up with this number that if I throw 0.05 lots, that I get $400 of risk. I guess it just depends on where I put my stop loss. I would say execute buy. Why is it only giving me a buy option? Oh, okay. Okay, here it is. I'm out here trying to figure this out. The stop loss would be 65 ticks. The dollar amount I'm risking is 100. This is so strange to me. Yeah, I'm gonna try to throw a small lot size first, just so I can get a feel for the sizing on this platform. Okay, so everything is set. We have market order, we have shorts, stop set, and all I have to do is execute this with the right amount of lots. Drag the SL and TP on the chart up and down. Oh, my boy. Don't tell me I have to get exactly on there. Oh, you mean drag this. Oh, would you look at that? Oh, okay. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. Yo, this is awesome that you get to watch it in real time before you place the order, because you get to see the difference between entering prematurely at the 786 versus entering at the 886. Like, as this thing gets closer to our entry, we'll see the SL number just get smaller and smaller. We'll see the TP get bigger and bigger, and that'll be the perfect time to execute the trade. It's margin per 0.01. Yeah, that's what I. Oh, oh, good looks. Awesome stuff. Okay, we just hit 150 likes. We just hit 150 likes. Beer, beer, beer. All right, good stuff. Any of the moderators on the chat, you guys want to drop the promo code in the chats and then pin, or I'll pin your post whenever we get a chance here. Trade Locker is going to teach you about how to count pips. Well, I don't think so. Because really, that doesn't even matter. The risk and reward is what matters, and how much am I risking is the only thing that matters. So if I know that my R&R is 2-1, that means that whatever I'm risking up here, as long as I know that I'm risking $300, I know I'm going to make 600 on the other side. So risk and reward is the most important thing. You can always adjust your lot size according to whatever the pip count is.
I don't think a lot of people really realize that.
This is the fun part of the conversation here, where he starts talking about U.S. brokers versus offshore brokers, and he really starts digging into this. So pay attention
In
here.
the US, and in the UK, and in Europe, what is required from brokers? They disclose annually and quarterly how many of their customers actually make money. They're required to do that. So this is from IG Markets. It's on their homepage. You literally look at what they're.
And by the way, this ain't even true.
Actually
Because
doing.
if this is true, because IG Markets is a very big company, 75% of retail investors lose money when trading. That means they have a 25% win rate, or 25% of their traders on the platform are profitable, which that doesn't really sound accurate to me.
On their homepage. This is from Forex.com, literally on their homepage. Simply put, straight numbers, right? Like there's no jokes. And so people are really discouraged by that. Like, wait, are you serious? And it's important that every broker is required to actually disclose this data. Oanda literally just breaks it out in a spreadsheet. I can go look at Oanda's site right now and see exactly what's happening. You understand exactly the likelihood that people have to actually make money. So if you're using a broker or a trading platform and they are not disclosing, you got to ask questions. This is required. Another thing very important. I don't know how many people use LinkedIn. People use TradingView all the time, but anybody use LinkedIn? Nobody uses LinkedIn. Oh, a couple people use LinkedIn.
He said nobody uses LinkedIn. Bro, you guys see that little dig? He's like, TradingView gets more uses than LinkedIn. You guys see that little dig he tried to throw in there?
Do some homework for yourself. Some general diligence, right? On LinkedIn, almost every company is available on LinkedIn. What can you learn from that? For me, I do my general research just to understand brand positioning and brand strategy. But that's because I work at TradingView. It's kind of a different business. For you, it's very important to understand who works at the companies that I'm actually working at, or working with, if you will. And as you can see here, like Forex.com, small business. They have 400 people, very popular in terms of the people that follow them, but 400 employees, it's a small shop, but You could literally look into who are these people? Do they have track records? Have they worked at other brokers before?
One more thing is the way that I'm deciding how much to risk is at the beginning, I'm always looking to risk 0.5% or less. So usually 1/4% or 0.5%. So on this trade, by the time it gets to this entry, maybe a little bit above, we're going to be at around 0.3%. Why? It's because I'm trying to build a cushion when I first start taking trades. Imagine you start a challenge and immediately the first few trades are losers, but they're big losers. That's going to hurt the confidence a little bit. That's going to start to make you second guess. It's going to make me start to second guess. So my priority is to make sure that I keep the risk management at the highest priority, build a cushion first. And as soon as that cushion is built, I'll have the comfort, I'll have the confidence, and I'll have the kind of like the cushion to be able to start taking trades with a regular size, like 0.5% and more.
Right? It's public. Oanda.com. You literally can see they have almost 700 employees around the world. And clearly, you can see people's profiles. You can see what they're known for, see their history. IG Group. I mean, they literally have 2,500 employees, right? It's a business. That's a big business. And comparatively, I will say, if you look at a lot of brokers, especially in this kind of evolving space, and you investigate a little bit beyond, just go a little bit further into who these companies are, you'll quickly realize there are very few people actually running these businesses, or more likely, be very hard pressed to actually find who runs these businesses at all. I kid you not. It's very important to do a little bit of due diligence there. Another easy one is marketing. One thing that I've always seen is that
this is the only part where I disagree with Pierce about, because just because a company can pay a lot for athletes to be on their page, like Oanda has Lewandowski as their front page now, and but FTX, they hired Tom Brady. Okay, so just because you have great marketing doesn't mean everything is 100% there. So just because something is regulated and legit, guys, it does not mean that we can just turn a blind eye. This whole thing that other people are looking out for our best interests and there's referees and stuff, we also have to use our own diligence. So FTX, they had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of employees. That was a real business. Billions of dollars of market cap, great connections. Their marketing was everywhere. They had their name on an arena, and they still went under. And so this is my one thing between, just because they're regulated doesn't mean they're perfect.
For big brands, the only
They
real
could have just been doing it. They could have just been doing it quietly for way longer and have built a much bigger business doing it.
way to get into the hands of retail investors. Go to sports, go to Formula One. I don't know if anybody's been. It's absolutely incredible. But these are great ways to visualize, okay, this brand has like actual money. They're spending it in ways that are actually legitimate. And that's where you're going to meet these customers, or that's where you're going to meet the brokers in very big venues and very public domains. Comparatively, the number of people in my DMs offering me FX and crypto services is amazing. Like, we're talking in the thousands. I don't know how they figure out who I am, but believe me, they want to sell me some crazy trading strategy, and it is 99.999% going to be absolutely worthless. When you do see these DMs or people that are obviously focused on very much promoting themselves in very, very lavish ways, just take a second, think about, is this coming from a person that I actually think is reputable or trustworthy? Do they have track records? Have they worked at other companies before? Do they work for regulated companies? Period. But it's funny, I just did like a quick check. There's like a site, like an influencer website. I can buy FX influencers.
This is hilarious.
If you will, and literally use them to promote my service. I could literally have no regulation, no kind of background whatsoever. But if I have an FX business, I literally just go online. I could buy people, and then they could basically promote my service.
He said you could buy people. Sign that shit is OP. Biotradinginfluencer.com.
I don't think that people really realize how easy it is to set one of these things up. I can license MetaTrader or another product.
This is where he breaks down exactly how to start a broker, how to start one of these scam brokers. If you guys want to start Hugo, the next Hugo's way, and I really hope none of you do after seeing the mess that we're in. But this is exactly how he just broke it down.
I could buy people, and then they could basically promote my service. And I don't think that people really realize how easy it is to set one of these things up. I can license MetaTrader or another product. I could pay anywhere from say 100,000 a month, maybe a little bit more. I can use some of the third parties that basically internalize flow myself. I could basically stand up a full broker for $500,000. And from there, I can basically go directly to the customer and say, hey, listen, I have a great service, great business. The reality is I could be doing whatever I want with that. And there's no regulation if I'm not in a country that requires it. So what is TradingView's business in all this? Like what is the, what's the catch here? Like why is...
So whenever you go to a broker and you see at the very bottom that they're licensed in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, or they're licensed in a third world country or some third world island. Guys, I've been to St. Vincent. There is nothing on that island. All right. I'm just gonna tell you guys right now. If they're out of an island in some third world sketchy jurisdiction that doesn't have any oversight, it's for a reason. It's to avoid regulatory oversight. And he just said it.
TradingView's business in all this? Like what is the, what's the catch here?
Where are we hosting the FX Summit this year? It's going to be Dubai 2024. It's going to be November 15th through the 17th, 2024 in Dubai.
Like why is TradingView talking about this? What's our role? Well, honestly, we don't have a role in this game. We don't. The thing is, we know
Walter, don't even think about it, bro.
TradingView is across the industry. And so we basically stand by, if you will, when a lot of this stuff is happening. It's very important for us to make a very specific separation. This is TradingView. TradingView does not condone, what is essentially unregulated trading in securities. This is what we think about. And honestly, for us, we have a very big business in integrating brokers to TradingView. But the way we think about it is simply, if you don't have regulation, there's, oh, sorry, for some reason the spacing is there. But
yeah, my bad, I keep cutting it off, but this one's crucial. So we have 786 right here. Okay, then we have the 88.6 right there. You guys can see as it gets closer between those two levels. Right now, if you want to enter, you're going to be risking 380 to make 570. Okay, not a proper, not even close to 2-to-1. After we finish, after we complete this and we head to that much better entry, you'll only be risking about $300, and then we'll be looking to make 650. So about 2-to-1, maybe even better than 2-to-1. So that's really what we're looking for here. And then let's see how the execution is. I got a feeling the execution is going to be pretty spot on here. I don't really, does the trade even go into market? Like if the trade isn't going to go to market, how much time does it really take for you to execute? How hard is it? Just put me in the trade. All right, so let's keep the show rolling.
No disclosures. Obviously.
So if they're unregulated, if they're offshore, so even if they're regulated in some sketchy third world country, they have no disclosures.
If none of those exist, we really can't work with you. I run the whole sales team, the partnerships team, the biz dev team. We basically, when we do checks, when we do analysis, if they don't hit a certain number of these qualifications, it's an unfortunate thing, but we have to turn these people away. And how bad can it get? There are a ton of people that come to TradingView every day and ask us, we want to work with you. Can we integrate? Can we do all this stuff? It's very interesting because we quickly investigate who is this company, what are they known for, et cetera. But literally, one of these companies came to us the day before the investigation broke that they had basically stolen $112 million. So it's like there's a total mismatch between them thinking that we will work with them or we won't work with them, when the reality is we do our homework and we have to. We have to for the individual customer. Today, we have about 50 brokers connected. These are FX, these are crypto, these are stocks, futures, and globally, right? So all over the world. Doesn't matter what market you're in, we have a broker for you. What we've done is a lot of the legwork, if you will, to verify whether or not these are legitimate firms or not. And we do this on a consistent basis. And we don't do this because it'll make us more money or less. I mean, honestly, it makes us less money. I mean, the people that offer us integrations to TradingView would pay us boatloads of money, but we simply can't do it. And that's the reality of TradingView. So the best rated for the US. We sit here in the US. We work with US brokers. We integrate Oanda. We integrate Interactive Brokers and Forex.com. I know these sound boring, but at the end of the day, these are the only...
There's your answer, guys. Oanda, Interactive Brokers, and Forex.com. If you're in the US and you want to trade Forex, that's the way to go. For CFDs, for me, it's the prop firms. You get what I'm saying? He said, not him dry snitching. He's not even dry snitching. He's just straight up telling it how it is. But he's the top of the industry. Like, what you gonna say?
Integrations that we have live that actually have regulatory standing in the US. And, honestly, these are people that are reputable and that we know to have strong track records. And so again, checklists is literally what we do. But I think that for us, if I could, basically transpose anything from this, it's for me to give you a sense that the homework that we do is homework you should also do yourself when you're setting up your trading operation, or
this is how to do your own research on what brokers. Listen up, for everybody keeps asking me what broker I use.
You want to work with a broker, or maybe you have a business, like a trading business, prop trading, or literally trading strategies, auto trading, things like this. You always want to do your diligence, because there are tons of people that will offer you basically way bigger fees. And the reality is that, well, it's easier for them because, they don't have any kind of compliance controls. They don't have teams that actually do this stuff day in, day out. So obviously they'll give you a larger percentage of whatever they make as a result. But the guys who may not offer you nearly as much can stand behind the fact that your accounts are safe in a way that few people can. Just a quick check on doing homework. And honestly, I think it's a great kind of moment to think about. And it's lunch, so I'm not going to keep you guys too much longer. But thank you so much, obviously, and sincerely appreciate you guys coming out.
All right, good stuff. What'd you guys think? That was a great way to open up the FX Summit Conference. Just wanted to let you guys know the FX Summit Conference is this is where it's at. You're gonna get information like this at the FX Summit. Everyone's like, oh, it's a giant influencer conference, it's a giant this and that. When you start to realize that we had the founder of Oanda, when we had Pierce Crosby himself from TradingView, and we had folks basically just coming out and just telling it exactly how it is, you'll realize this is not an influencer conference at all. If anything, this is like this is the exact opposite, because this guy just put all the offshore brokers on skates. You guys got me? So you can hear it directly from him. We don't have to keep listening to influencers on social media. We can just look at the head of the source, which is TradingView, and their team, who decides who gets to have a broker, who gets to be on their platform or not. I'm gonna listen to him. Okay. He said I shorted the DAX. NAS is indecisive. Good morning, John. He says IG is interactive brokers is good. I've used it. Walter says get the promo code, people. He paid full price 3 times and he's already made the money back. Yo, that's dedication right there. I took the class 3 times, made the money back. We hit the 78. I may have drawn my fibs slightly wrong. I may have to adjust these, if I'll be honest. So I was gonna scale in. But no, patience pays. Patience pays. I'm gonna get that better entry. We were 14 points away from the entry. We were. The reason I don't chase the markets is because right now we're about 40 points away from the entry. So if we wait for the proper entry, we could potentially have a 2.4 trade. Let's call it 2.5 here. If I entered right now, it goes down to 1.33 for the R&R. So for every $500 I'm risking, I'd only be making back $800. But if I do this, if I'm risking $500, I'll be making 1,400, maybe more. Something like that. 1,250, something like that. I think more of these conversations need to be had, and I took some things away. For sure, bro. In order for the space to become more professional for all of us, the ones putting money into the brokers and firms need to use our power, our buying and depositing power better. Vote with your wallet. That's exactly it. I'm in US 30 cells about 30 minutes ago. Already hit break even. Thanks, Roy. No doubt. Talmaj Bell the third. All right, so the promo code's posted. It's Chart Addicts 30. Chart Addicts 30. You guys can head over to chartaddictsfx. The link is in the description below. You want to hear more details, you guys can look at the many, many stories of people that have taken the classes. Chaboy, yes, sir. Okay. And then we have 6 days left until the event. All the different details of the event are on this page right here. Make sure to check that out. Promo code is chartaddicts30. Congratulations, everyone. We not only hit 150 likes, we got 160 likes. Congratulations, y'all. We did that. We did that. All right. Still waiting for this thing to push up. I do not chase markets. I wait for my entry to come back. If I realize that I drew this a bit incorrectly, it is what it is. I'll deal with the fact that I missed the trade. So all right, it's 11:06. Got about another 15, 20 minutes chilling here on stream. Let's see if there's any news events coming out today. I hope you guys enjoyed that piece about the brokers. This is important. We can't let Instagram influencers like these guys that are trying to just spread negativity around. We can't let them win the conversation. We got to let the professionals talk. We got to let real people talk. So if you guys go to our channel, there's a few interviews here that I think are very valuable. This one, extremely valuable. And then we interviewed the founder of Oanda, which is the #1 brokerage in America. But it was originally founded in Europe. This is Dr. Richard Olson. And so the original company is Olson and Associates, O and D. Okay, now he has left Oanda because they were out here scamming people and they were out here doing shady stuff. So what he did was he started a new company called the Luque Group. And the Luque Group is a no-fee crypto exchange. So I got to talking to him like, how come these brokers are charging us so much fees, but you're starting an exchange that has 0 fees? How does that even work? And he explained to me how he set up Oanda, how the whole thing started, how the whole thing works, and how to look for a good broker. This is the boring stuff that no one wants to watch, but that'll give you the full insight on how this industry works. This was done over a year ago. This is back when I lived in Richmond. You guys can see I still have my old apartment. I'm rocking the suit for Dr. Olson. He's trying to figure out how to use Zoom. God bless him. It was a great interview. So I would check this one out for sure. And then there's one more interview here. Let me see if we put up their speech here. No, I don't think we put it up. There's tons of recaps here for the FX Summit. If you guys want to go through and just look at other people's experiences at the FX Summit, you can find them here. So many cool videos. All right. In this situation, would you put a sell limit and keep it all day, or simply comes back tomorrow and let the market do its thing? Well, to be honest, I want to trade with the trend, which currently is bullish. And so the only way that I would feel comfortable throwing a buy limit is if I was trading in the direction of the momentum. Since I'm counter trend trading, I want to be here watching it, because if just one candle just breaks straight through and doesn't reject these levels, I don't want to just be entered in the trade. I want to make a discretionary decision here, depending on how the market reacts. When I'm trading in the direction of the trend, I have a lot more confidence knowing that my levels will get hit, and that's where I feel better putting in the sell limit. Okay. Good question though, market maker. I'm out. Have a great day. Right back at you, bro. Thanks for stopping by. Drop a like on the way out. Come on, man. Come on now. All right, so there's a nice rejection here. Nice rejection. Let's see if there's any Forex news coming out, just in terms of market news. Wall Street Journal is pretty decent. We got CNBC. Let's go through Bloomberg. I like Bloomberg. This was written at 9:50 a.m., so about an hour ago. Don't tell me it's hidden behind a paywall. Oh my God. Have a confidential tip for our reporters? Get in touch. Oh my God. Oh my God. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yo. Promo code ChartAddicts30 for the NAS class. Is everything behind a paywall? Nope, this is just an ad block. Okay. Oh, we just had 2 people register for the class. Congratulations to both of you guys. Looking forward to seeing y'all there. Let's go. Powered by Admiral Markets. Everybody's pushing a broker. Even CNBC is pushing a broker. They're talking about some sponsored by Admiral. What? TikTok owner ByteDance accesses hundreds of jobs in the gaming unit. Okay, don't care. Israel-Hamas truce extension expected. Musk tells Netanyahu he'd like to help Israel rebuild Gaza. Hold on, what? Hold on. So first off, I think that it's a positive news for everybody that there's a ceasefire because the innocent civilians there don't care about the politics. Really, when you're getting bombed, safety and security is the number one priority. So I think this is a win for everyone. But I want to see, what does Musk have to do with this? And the exchange of hostages has begun. There's tons of children, women being held captive in Israel. There's a ton of children, women being held captive in Gaza. And the exchange is now happening for those prisoners. The first limited pause fighting, it began on Friday. Joe Biden. Monday, Elon was accompanied by Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu on the visit to the kibbutz in southern Israel. So, bro, Elon really took a trip out there into the trenches. Elon really took a trip to the trenches right now. The Tesla CEO and owner of the platform taken to individual families' homes to hear more personal experiences of the attacks. Oof. Oof. They got Elon. They got him. Okay, we have another person that just registered. Jayesh just signed up. Congratulations, Jayesh. See you there. December 3rd, guys, 6 days away. 6 days flies. When we're like, 14 days away, it's like, okay, yeah, sure. The 6 days starts to fly. It's going to be there tomorrow. I'm excited. I hope you guys are ready too. Let's keep the show on the road. Pretty slow trading day, but it's a Monday. All right. Maybe we could have entered at the 78.6, right? Or maybe I had drawn my Fibonacci's off a little bit. I should have drawn it to the previous high. At the end of the day, if it doesn't come up and hit my target, I don't care. I'm just going to let that trade go. He said his arm got twisted to go there by advertisers. Ooh. Yo, Big Ray. My dad says that he didn't have a choice. Advertisers squeezed them to do it. And I could believe that too, because it's advertised. I mean, guys, everybody gets their money from somewhere. Elon's the richest man on earth, right? But most of his wealth is illiquid. It's tied up in stock. So how does he get money? He has to go to JP Morgan. He has to go and deposit some stock as collateral. Then he has to get a percentage loan on the assets. When interest rates change, or when when JP Morgan's trying to squeeze them, they'll be like, hey, you got to put up more Tesla stock, you got to sell more Tesla stock to cover your loans. And that's what they've been doing to him, to kind of bribe him and to get him to do certain things, like be a little bit more careful about what he's doing. So everybody can be controlled if you're taking debt, if you're taking loans from somebody. So that's a lesson from the richest man on earth. Yeah, I think I might have drawn my fibs wrong, but we'll know in a little bit here. I entered a small lot at the 786. Good for you, Walter. I was going to scale in, but with this new challenge, I'm trying to do something impressive. I'm trying to get really good risk and reward and really good win rate and pass this challenge as effectively as possible. I placed the fibs at the top of the wick. I get it. Because look, this is what I started to realize I might have done wrong, is that we have a consolidation range right here. A little insider baseball for some of you guys. We have this consolidation range here. And so here's the high of the range. And we have another high up here. So I had drawn my fibs from a little bit higher, but if I draw my fibs from here to here, how about this is... So If I adjust the fib from this high to the low, oh, it still hasn't even hit the 886. The only way it hit the 886 if I draw it right here. From body to wick, 88.6. So that would make sense. But I'm gonna hold true to my original analysis. I was fresh when I did that analysis. Whenever you're finding a trade opportunity, your mind is fresh, and you find something, and then you're spending an hour and a half on the charts, and you're starting to get a little, well, it could be and it could not be. The biggest thing to keep in mind is trust your original analysis because you had a clear mind when you first made the decision, and that's going to be your most accurate decision. What indicator was that in the session markings? You will find out during the master class. You understand? You find out during the master class. Hashtag body to wick. Yep. What challenge am I taking? So right now I'm doing Ever Blue. Ever Blue. Okay. Ever Blue is Matt Charts recommended this. He blessed us the free challenge. Looking to see what we can do here. And also the funded trader is supposed to be dropping off an account, but I don't know, Angelo's busy, I guess. He's busy, I guess. And so I'm waiting on that one because I want to take the same trades on both so I can compare and contrast. He said I needed that. Guys, come to the masterclass, and I guarantee you I'm not going to hold anything back. You will get all the relevant information that you need to make money. I'm telling y'all. It's not, this is as legit as it gets. All right. So let's see what Elon's saying here. So far, so close. DRH1, nope. Gaza Strip. Let's say Elon said what? Yeah, that was clickbait ass caption. Okay, so the 4-week rally, this bull market that we've been trading for the past 4 weeks, it's on pause right now. Basically, there's a lot of profit taking happening, and there's a lot of just like, okay, we've been buying it up, buying it up, buying it up. I think right now it's time to take our foot off the gas and to reassess the situation to see if it's valid for us to continue buying this high into the market. This is the mindset of the institutional traders. And so right now, there's been this is kind of like the sentiment right now that okay, things are slowing down. The bull run is not done yet. But if it's on CNBC and they're telling us that the bull rally is done or it's paused, it means there's one more push up. Everybody's going to start shorting, and then there's going to be a massive squeeze. And so that's why I'm telling you, I want to trade in the direction of momentum, which is bullish. But whenever we have a range, all I can do is look at highs and lows and trade the highs and lows. It's that simple. All right. Well, Watch Cafe, I was reading your post until you said something about a breaking 1 minute low. And so you just lost all credibility about the 1 minute low, but I appreciate your input. Thank you, sir. Or ma'am. Probably a sir on the 1 minute chart. Only guys would do something that stupid. It's like, oh, I can be the one to do it. But you're trading against Citadel, high frequency trading firms. Lord have mercy. You are not going to win on the 1 minute chart. If you think your broker has any intention of letting you win on the 1 minute chart, you guys are out of your mind. Oh, but Roy, I've caught trades on the 1 minute chart and made money. Yeah, but as a whole, were you profitable doing that? The answer is no. There's going to be one guy in here that says, oh, but me. No, no, no. Exceptions don't disprove the rule. I'm giving you a rule of thumb, 1 minute chart, giant trap. Stay away from it. Straight up. Trying to look out for you. He says dumb money. Shit, man. Missing this trade right now got me feeling like dumb money, bro. Said I ain't feeling too smart right now. No, all jokes, all jokes. I'm actually very confident that price will come back to my entry. but maybe not in this session stream because we might have to hop off here pretty soon. By might, I mean I will because I got stuff to do, people. All right, 170 likes. I love all of y'all. Thank you guys for showing up today. I told you I would control the cursing, I would control the roasts, and I think I've done an excellent job, but I did keep it straight and promise you guys I'm always going to tell the truth. That trading view video is just it's the tip of the iceberg about what you guys can expect in terms of content-wise. I'm trying to break down how this industry really works and provide some clarity because most people are just asking me, Roy, where do I fund an account today? That seems to be the biggest question. So I'm going to do my best to try and provide that clarity to you as I try these different platforms. And of course, as I start trading on the regulated platforms as well. The NAS100 Masterclass is December 3rd through the 6th. This class is everything that you need in order to get right on track for 2024. I'm going to give you guys my strategy. This is not a complicated class. It's very straightforward. There's a lot of info, but it's very straightforward in how it's built, and you'll have all the different tools that you need, as well as the ability to ask questions so that you can make sure that you master trading NAS100. The biggest news events coming up in the next few weeks is the December 13th Fed meeting. So that's basically where all the market activity is heading to. We might see some choppy markets leading up to that Fed meeting. And do we need an account at Chart Addicts to attend the master class? Do we need an account at Chart Addicts? Well, you have to register for the class. I believe you have to register using your email. And so, yes, you got to sign up or sign in, but that'll be done through the kind of procedure here when you hit secure your seat, and it takes you to grab your ticket. You can put in your promo code. Okay, there's the schedule here. And then you'll get an email with a ticket number, which is kind of like your access pass. You'll get an email with some more information about the dates as well as the specific calendar. And then you guys will be able to go onto the website. Where are we at? Live classes. I think we might have taken it down, but essentially we'll have the recordings posted for you so that you'll be able to go onto the recordings and actually take the class. Let me actually show you what it will look like. Here. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to find it in my email here. Oh, I'm on the wrong email. No wonder. Okay, here we go. So this is what the recordings will look like after. You'll have access to every single step. So the recordings for day 1, then you'll just hit continue, go to the recordings for day 2, watch the video, hit continue, go to day 3, watch the video, hit continue, and there's the final exam. The final exam, and then you schedule your final review call, because I want to see y'all face to face to make sure that you have what it takes, to make sure that you guys actually took something away, and just to see what your overall sentiment was about the class. So you do have to have an account for this. You do have to register for the class. As we go through day by day, the information gets released. You'll finish the final exam, which is split up in a bunch of different sections, like what the NASDAQ is, the things that have the biggest impact on NAS, like geopolitical, corporate earnings, whatever. Data releases with the most impact, okay? Day trading NAS, and so which sessions have the most time, some rules, which sessions are the best to trade, the breakout strategies, top 10 rules for trading NASDAQ. That's huge, critical factors for traders, trading expectations, day trading strategies, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, so full masterclass, you'll have everything you need. We get to verify that you have what it takes, and then you get a certificate. If you have your certificate already, post us on social media, man. It's not going to kill you. Take the picture, post the picture, say at Chart Addicts, and just say shout out to y'all. We did it. All right. Don't be ashamed of your hard work. You guys put in serious work for that masterclass. Make sure that you show it off. Dwayne, always good to see you on here. My guy, I'm gonna start sending you the Zoom link. I'm gonna have to get you in the group chat, my guy. Okay, y'all. this marks the end of the stream. Happy and safe trading for the rest of the day. Things are pretty slow on this side. It seems like the market may want to come back to our entry, but at least not for now. And so until then, if you're a Chart Addicts VIP member, I'll keep you guys posted in the Discord channel. For everyone else, happy and safe trading. I'll catch you tomorrow bright and early for the NAS or for the 9 a.m., 9:30 a.m. market open New York streams every single day exclusively here on YouTube. Great to see y'all. Take it easy. Happy and safe trading. Peace. They said show the biceps. Buddy, I know you guys can see them already.